either I've lost muscle during this phase, or this is heavier than 25 kilos, because I've weighed this and it's dead on 25 kilos, but they're lying. That is not, that is the heaviest 25. I can just barely carry that right now. So I think I've lost strength. I think I've lost strength in the past 2 weeks, because that is apparently 25 kilos. I'm starting to think about what's going on. Have I lost strength? Is the gym lying to us, telling us we're lifting 40 kilos, but in reality we're lifting 35? That's the heavy, like even the 20, that is the heaviest 20 kilos I've ever picked up. Ever. Ridiculous. I'm thinking I've lost strength. I'm thinking I've lost strength. What is going on? Also, the latest invention is the rack. We've got a little bench here. We obviously got a little bit for me to when I squat. So this is the squat platform right here. And of course that's for the bench pressing side of things. Me and my dad made this. Took us about 3 hours, I would say, something like that. It does the job. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. The hardest bit is getting it back in, but it does the job. This one here, I can do my OHP. Bloody washing line's in the way. You get the gist. See, so many of us, including myself, just sitting there feeling sorry for ourselves. Oh, we can't train. Oh, I can't do this. Guess what? No one fucking cares. No one cares. You can still make progress whilst you're at home. In fact, I said this is a best opportunity for you to make progress, because most of us aren't working at the moment. We're at home doing fuck all. Our stress is generally lower. Like, notice how when you stop working, your stress is better. Your sleep probably right now is better than it's ever been. You're in a routine of going to bed at the same time, and the quality is being unreal. This is a perfect opportunity for you to nail down progress, because stress plays a huge role in your recovery, you know, your performance in the gym, how you're building muscle. I just see so many people just pissing around, wasting their time, wanking into a sock whilst watching Netflix. Like, come on, man. If bodybuilding, fitness, training, in fact, if you just don't care about competing or anything and just you enjoy training, do whatever you can, whether that's invest money. Yes, I've invested about 400 quid in equipment. This is what I enjoy. I've been creative by, you know, creating a bloody squat rack or whatever it may be. You know, that cost me 30 quid. You know, making cement, you know, I bought cement for 8 quid, 100 kilos worth, you know, little things like that. No matter your situation, you can do something about it. So stop sitting around, stop being a lazy fucker, and make it happen. This is your life, make it happen. And if you want to be the best, you're gonna have to do what the best are gonna do, because I promise you right now, there's someone out there that is gonna be working way harder than you, is training normally, eating normally, and you're sitting on your ass eating fucking crisps whilst watching Netflix and wanking into a sock. You pick. That was so brutal of me. I was so real then. Christ. Playlist on. Speaker. So physique update during the lockdown. Hadn't trained like properly in about 2 weeks. And I just want to show you guys what it can do when you don't train for a particular amount of time, and how it transitions into what you look like in your physique. So this is a heads up, just going to do a few poses, not absolutely everything because I'm shit half of them, but this is what I'm looking like. About 172 pounds, about 27 pounds above my stage weight currently. This is what we're looking like, just holding, maintaining the look, well, holding, maintaining body weight at the moment. This morning, 172 pounds, not looking too shabby. 27 pounds above my stage weight. I just gained quite a lot of body fat around my midsection. It goes straight to my left hand where I lower stomach. Crazy how the illusion of when you are smaller you look bigger, but when you are bigger you look smaller. Like, I look smaller than what I was on contest prep, despite being, you know, 13, 14 kilos heavier right now, which is ridiculous. But I spend less time worrying about what I look like because I know how to get into shape. I know how to bring contest prep conditions. So that allows me to push things a little bit further in my off seasons. And like I say to everyone, the more you worry about what you look like in your gaining phases, the less progress you're going to make. Focus on what you're doing inside the gym, progressively getting stronger. Focus on how you're feeling, and eventually the results will come. Especially as a natural, you know, you can't be doing 4 months in a surplus and expecting to see the results. It doesn't work like that. You need to be in a surplus for years, 8 months minimum, before you even look to pull back. Like, I saw something on bodybuilding.com the other day where you start gaining, you do a 4-week bulk, 4-week cut, 4-week bulk, 4-week cut, and I'm thinking, no, who the fuck does that? Who really really does that and expects to see results. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Yes, you look better when you're leaner. Yes, you look bigger, but that's because there's less fat. Fat makes you look shit like me right now, you know? Spend less time fucking caring about what you look like and spend more time in the fucking gym making some good progress. That's what I always say. Get it done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make your own home gym for less than probably £100, probably about £50–60 max. Don't need to spend fucking 400 quid on, like, for example, what I did. These plates here would usually cost, God knows. If the coronavirus and the gyms didn't shut down, that'd probably be about 100 quid for the weight. I paid £400. You don't need to buy any of that. You can basically have the stuff for a third of that price. So, the cheapest option, option number one, and the most, or the thing that you'll get the most out of, is the cement tarmac one, which cost me £8 for 100 kilos of tarmac from B&Q. B&Q currently is closed right now, so you're gonna have to order it online, do click and collect instead of actually going there and be disappointed when you see the shutters down at B&Q. Don't be doing that, because I've seen people do that. Tarmac, or cement, or sandbags. These here are 25 kilos each. I've got 4 of those. And what I've done is I've got my mum's, believe it or not, these are my mum's shopping bags when she goes to Aldi, Asda, whatever she goes to. Basically what I've done is I put these in the bag, and then what I've done is, of course, I've wrapped them around my barbell, which I've had this barbell since fucking ages. If you haven't got a barbell, you can get, like, I don't know, like a pole or stick, a strong bit of log or whatever, wrap it around that, and then you can press it like that. Very, very, very straightforward, easy job. Cost me 8 quid. The bags are fucking nothing. If you've got a barbell ready, you've got an additional 50 kilos or even up to 100 kilos added to the bar there. The only issue with that is stability wise, it is a little bit risky. Like, I've done it and my legs are a bit wonky, you know, it's really hard. But the more you do it, the better you're gonna get it. So if you are gonna go for that option, please do it safely. I don't want anyone fucking risking their life because I've told them to go buy cement bags and squat with it, and even parents are looking at, what's this bloke doing? And yeah, George Osborne, YouTuber, told it. Don't want to be doing that, you know. That is the easiest option, and it's probably the most riskiest option out of the 3. Option number 2 is the Pulley Station, as I've already mentioned in one of my videos. Get this from Amazon. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what this is called, but all you simply need is, like, I've got a hook here and in the garage roof. You can do this outside, you can even put this into a wall outside or whatever. And this Pulley Station, all you need to do is attach some weight. You can either add, like, these weights. I've got my football bag and I've added, like, for example, like there's a hammer in it. Yeah, just a casual hammer, you know, fucking, that's quite heavy, that hammer. I put a load of shit in there, and all you can simply do is you can simply do your movements like that. Boom. Create some sort of resistance. You've got pretty much a pull down. You can put one into the floor as well, and you can do some curls. You can do some shoulder pressing with that. I can do some tricep movements. I can do a load of stuff with that. That cost me about £22, this. And obviously you get this with it, and you also get this little hook with it as well, which is really important, so you can actually attach whatever you want to it. Also got like a pole. It's like a stainless steel pole. Drilled a hole for it, put the knot through there, bam, you're good to go. That does the job. So number 3 is the most challenging one out of all of them. It's going to require a little bit of your DIY skills, a bit of sitting there thinking, getting a little bit frustrated as well. And all you need is some fencing wood. Fencing wood's great because you can just leave it out and it won't rot after fucking 2 days of leaving it out there. It does cost you about £30 for the wood, depending on what wood you are getting, of course. You can get it from B&M, B&Q, or your local traders that are still open, that sell little bits and bobs for builders and stuff like that. I am going to make a video regarding how I actually make this. So my next video, be on the lookout for how I make this, showing you how to drill and screw the holes. If anyone gives a shit on that, let us know in the comments down below. I did put a poll on my Instagram, a lot of people were interested. The most rewarding thing is definitely this, and you can actually have a squat, because like, if you look online right now, squat racks, things like that, like a fucking 500 quid. It cost me 30 quid. Yeah, it does take you a little bit of time to build, but it's going to be the same as in, you know, when you buy it, you have to put the fucking rack together. Rack isn't just going to appear like it would in a gym in your back garden. You know, you're going to have to put it together still. So this requires a little bit of DIY, a little bit of time, but like I said, it's the most rewarding. And you have a squat rack where you can bench, you can do your OHPs, you can do your squatting, you can do whatever you want within that rack, which is good. I'm going to demonstrate next video how I do that. Hence why I've got this wood here, is because I'm actually going to create another one just for a video purpose, because why the fuck not? I've got nothing else to do at the moment, really. And that's pretty much the 3 things which you need right now. So now I can train properly with heavier weights. I'm reintroducing my intra workout. So at the moment, using the intra EAAs from Supplement Needs. You could also get this from Supplement Mads as well, and use my code George10. All links will be down below. Also, highly branched cyclodextrin, creatine, and electrolytes going to be back added into the intra workout as well. Leg day set up strong. Got the weights over over there. Got about 200 kilos worth of weight at the moment. Gonna start logbooking as well. Always used to leave my logbook in the gym, believe it or not. Now obviously the actual gym owners have got like some tape stuff and actually wrote I belong to Georgie Boy, because I always call myself Georgie Boy in the gym. So I've got my logbook, gonna start logbooking my stuff. Speaker of course, intra workout, bench, leg day is coming. So in my last video, I demonstrated how I would perform this. I'm going to do it again, but what I would always recommend is I've got like a footstool here. Lay on something just to allow you to create a little bit more range of motion, because if you was doing this on the floor, you're just going to constantly hit the floor and the range of motion isn't going to be great. So starting off with a line, leg curl, get the hamstrings warm, get the knee joint warm.
Project X.
So with those, you really don't need much weight. Like that's 20 kilos and I do a set of 10 then. Very, very difficult. I think the more I do it, the better I'll get it in, and the more I can load, just like with anything, but you do not need a lot of weight. So if you've got like 10, 15 kilos max, this is an exercise which you definitely do at home. Doesn't have to be heavy. Fuck, my hamstrings are on fire from just doing that one set, which is good. Last set, so we've got 25, 20, 2 5s, 2 2.5s as well. I don't care what anyone says, there's not a lot of weight on there, but it feels about 10 times heavier than what it is. I feel like I'm pulling 180 kilos instead of whatever this is, 120, not including the bar. First set of barbell RDLs done. Two things I learned from that. One, it's good to go to failure in a different or a lower rep range, I should say, instead of the usual 30 reps that I've been doing previously. And two, my fitness is bloody dreadful. My fitness has been awful since we haven't been training. But that felt good. I don't know if it's because I'm fucking weak. That was heavy as shit. But it felt good to get under the bar and, we'll get under the bar, weren't really under it, was I? But do the RDL again. Thoughts here are hips back, hips back, hips back. Plant my feet into the floor and engage my hamstrings, like really engage your hamstring. Your hamstrings are so strong. A lot of people don't use them. A lot of people just pull their lower back. But use your glutes, your lower body, you know, use that there to actually perform the exercise. That was really good. Prefer that at the moment to the deadlift. Deadlift was just stalling for ages. I just wasn't connecting with it very well. I was just regressing. And sometimes when you regress, you have to take those movements out and implement something else. So it's good to implement the barbell RDL instead of the deadlifts. But I'm fucking blowing after that first set. I've got another 2 sets after this. Christ. So up next, we have the barbell back squat. I'm not a good barbell back squatter. I've noticed just the way you'll probably see it in the video right now. Don't move properly, just looks weird, just feels weird. I'm much better using the Smith machine. It just goes to show that you don't need to barbell back squat in order for you to get good legs. I think yes, a good squat variation like a hack squat, V squat, Smith squat can work really, really well. But you don't have to necessarily barbell back squat. But right now, obviously, I ain't really got much choice with what I use right now. So I'm just making the most of it. So I might actually try front squats. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do because it's really hard for me to get into the barbell back squat position. I tell you what, I'm going to do another set of barbell back squats, and then I'm going to do front squats and see which one I prefer, and then make the decision there where I go forward. But yeah, heads up, you don't need to barbell back squat to have big legs. Any squat variation will do. As long as you're getting stronger, as long as you connect with it well, you're good to go. Right, so exercise number 4 is gonna be the split squat with the barbell. Now, what I would like you to do, and the best way to do this, in my opinion, is find yourself a step where you can elevate your front foot. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to create as much knee flexion as we can. So knee extension, is when we do like a leg extension like this. Knee flexion is the opposite to that. So we're trying to mimic that sort of movement, and the best way to do that is either have your back leg on like a bench, for example, like this, or find yourself on a step like I'm going to do. Just for stability reasons, it's way better, it feels more comfortable. I'm going to show you how I do it, and we're just going to try and create as much tension in the quads, full knee flexion, and make it as hard as we possibly can. So split squats are next. Definitely one movement which everybody should be doing within their training split if you want overall great legs. Like if you're on stage, if you're looking to go on stage, your side shots are going to be so important. These are going to have the separation between your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. So I can't stress how important this movement is. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've taken something from it, at least, fingers crossed. Comment down below pen if you watched the whole thing. Lots of love, stay safe, hope you're all okay, and I shall speak to you guys very, very soon.